A new idea began in a very secret meeting. It was called the Gold Card visa. This card promised a very fast way for people to live in America. But it cost a lot of money, $1 million. Some people hoped this gold card would help America's economy. They thought it could bring in much-needed money. However, many others saw it as a big problem. It was a moral crisis for the nation. This idea was born from tension and big decisions. The Gold Card visa was not like other visas. It was for very rich people from other countries. They could pay $1 million to get a fast track to the United States. This new plan made people ask a difficult question. Can a country sell the right to live there? This was the main problem. What powerful people and hidden reasons were pushing for this special visa? This story will show who truly created this controversial plan. Donald Trump and his allies saw the gold card as a strong way to boost the economy. They said it would make America compete better for rich people around the world. But many people did not agree. They saw it as a system with two levels, one for the rich who could buy their way in, and another for everyone else who had to wait for many years. It was a quick path to a green card and even citizenship, but only for those with money. Soon, the Gold Card plan was announced to everyone. This news caused a lot of shock across the whole nation. It was a bold idea that changed how people thought about coming to America. This announcement set the stage for a big fight. Many people wondered who would be the first to stand up and fight against this new and daring plan. The old way. The United States had an old way for wealthy people to get a visa. It was called the EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program. Congress started it in 1990. The goal was to bring foreign money and create jobs. An investor could put in about $1 million and make at least 10 jobs. Then they could get a green card. However, the EB-5 program became very difficult. It was a slow, bureaucratic maze. People waited for years. There were also many problems. Fraud was common. Some projects were fake, and jobs were not always created. The system often favored big city projects, not the poor communities that needed help most. Because of these issues, the old EB-5 system looked broken. When President Donald Trump and his allies announced the new Gold Card, it seemed like a fresh, simple idea. It promised speed and ease, a sharp contrast to the complicated EB-5. But there was a key difference. The EB-5 program was made by law, by Congress. Congress voted to extend it until 2027. This meant a president could not just end it alone. The Gold Card, though, appeared to be a plan from one leader, not a law. This legal detail was very important. Many people had already invested their money through EB-5. They feared losing everything if the Gold Card replaced it. These powerful EB-5 investors decided to act. They joined with immigration activists. Together, they planned a surprise legal challenge against the Gold Card program. 3. A new kind of ticket. The Gold Card was not just a simple visa. It was a special ticket promising a new way to live in America. President Donald Trump and his team announced it in mid-December 2025. They said it would help the country's economy. This new program was for very rich people who could invest $1 million or more. It was a direct invitation to the world's wealthiest. The idea behind the Gold Card was clear. If you had a lot of money, you could get a fast path to America. It was called a Green Card Plus package. This meant getting permanent residency, like a green card, but with extra benefits. These included quick processing and VIP treatment, such as priority family sponsorship and flexible living rules. People with a gold card could also get citizenship later. The program offered impressive speed and certainty, promising much shorter waiting times than normal visas. This made the offer sound very good, almost impossible to resist for rich individuals seeking a stable future. The name Gold Card was chosen carefully. It made people think of luxury credit cards and elite memberships. It showed this was not a standard visa, but a prestigious, high-value entry into the United States. Foreign investors could put their money into American businesses or projects. In return, they would receive these special immigration benefits. However, some important details were still unclear. The program said investors must put money into U.S. businesses or projects, but it did not explain much more. The specific requirements for what investors must do with their capital remained dangerously vague. Was this plan truly designed to build America, or was it just a way to enrich a select few? These critical questions remained without full answers. Then a big surprise happened. The first list of people showing interest in the gold card was shared by mistake. At the very top of this list was a name known around the world as a notorious international arms dealer. This news put the president's team in a very difficult situation. How could they defend a program that was attracting such dangerous individuals to America? 4. The president versus the law. The fight began in a courtroom, a place where important legal battles happen. It felt like a tense story in a book. On one side stood lawyers representing President Donald Trump. They argued that the president had strong power, called executive power. They said this power let him create the Gold Card visa program. They believed the president could make new rules to help the country's economy quickly. On the other side was a small team of constitutional lawyers. They were not alone. A group of EB-5 investors and immigration activists supported them. These lawyers strongly defended the law. They said that only Congress had the authority to write immigration laws. The United States Constitution was clear, they explained. Congress held the main power over who came into America and under what conditions. The president's lawyers emphasized the country's need for money. They presented the gold card as a smart way to attract wealthy people to invest. They argued that the president could use his special powers for such a big national benefit. They showed examples of how presidents had made important decisions in the past, sometimes without new laws from Congress. But the lawyers for the activists strongly disagreed. They reminded the court about the EB-5 program. This program already brought investors, and Congress had created it. Congress had even decided to keep it going until the year 2027. They stated that the president could not simply end EB-5 or create a completely new path to a green card. That job belonged only to Congress. For the gold card to be legal, Congress had to pass a new law. They argued that the president was trying to change immigration law without the proper steps. The judges listened carefully to every word from both sides. They understood the deep importance of this case. The gold card's future depended on their decision, and so did the way America makes its immigration rules. This court case would decide if the gold card was truly legal. But even if the president won in court, another big question would remain. Would the American people truly accept this new system? Would they find it fair in their hearts and minds? Everyone waited with bated breath for the court's decision. It came suddenly, a big surprise to everyone involved. The ruling was shocking. It had the power to either stop the gold card program immediately or give it powerful momentum to continue. No one could guess what would happen next. 5. Rich people, big problems. The court battle about the gold card was important, but another, darker problem was growing. This problem was about money from other countries and the dangers it could bring. Many experts warned that selling visas for money could attract bad people. They said programs like the gold card are easy ways for people to wash dirty money. This means taking money from illegal activities and making it look clean. It could also lead to corruption and help criminal groups. Imagine a powerful man from Russia named Viktor Volkov. He made his money in unclear ways. Many countries had put sanctions on him, so he could not easily do business. Viktor heard about the gold card. He saw it as a chance to move his money to the United States and escape these problems. He planned to invest $1 million. This would give him a new life and make his dirty money seem clean. People wondered, who would check these rich gold card applicants? Who would make sure they were good people, not like Viktor? The security risks were very big. The government said they would check everyone carefully, but the truth was different. The job of checking these ultra-rich applicants was given to a private company. This company was called Global Vetting Solutions. But Global Vetting Solutions had a bad history. Some news reports said the company had helped corrupt officials in other countries. Its past was not clean. An investigative journalist, Sarah Chen, was looking into the gold card program. She worked for a big newspaper. Sarah found a secret paper. This paper showed that important intelligence agencies had told the government about these big security risks. They had warned Donald Trump's administration directly. But the government chose to ignore the warnings. Sarah's story was now ready to be printed. It would shock many people and show the big problems behind the gold card. 6. One door for the rich. A yacht cut through blue waters, far from any land. Inside, Mr. Chen looked at his gold card application. For him, getting into America was simple. Pay $1 million. Get a fast track. It was a clear, easy path. A green card plus, promising speed and special treatment. He saw it as a smart investment, a way to secure his future and his family's. The process for people like him was designed to be quick and sure. At the same time, thousands of miles away, the Al Hassan family sat in a crowded refugee camp. They had waited for years, hoping for a chance to restart their lives in America. Their dream was simple: safety, a home, a future for their children. But for them, the path was slow and full of uncertainty. They had no millions to offer, only their story, their hope, and endless paperwork. Each day felt like a year. This created a stark question. Could a country offer one door for the rich and another, much harder one for everyone else? Many argued that the gold card was unfair. It showed that money could buy what others could only dream of. However, some people defended the gold card. They said the money from wealthy investors was good for America. It could create jobs and help the economy. Proponents suggested that these new funds could even support programs that help people like the Al Hassan family. The idea was that the rich would pay and everyone would benefit. But was this really true, or just an easy answer to a difficult problem? On a gray morning, the Al Hassan family received a letter. It was their final rejection notice. Their long wait was over, but not in the way they hoped. On the very same day, the government announced it would fast-track the first gold card applications. This news quickly spread. Soon anger grew and people gathered outside immigration offices. They protested loudly, asking why there were two Americas, one for the wealthy and one for those with nothing but hope. 7. A global game. The gold card idea in America was not new. Many countries already had similar plans. These were called golden visas, or citizenship by investment programs. They let rich people get residency or even passports. In return, these people had to invest a lot of money or donate to the government. This was a global market for wealthy migrants, and the United States was joining it. For example, countries in Europe like Portugal, Greece, and Spain offered golden visas. People could buy property there, invest in local funds, or create jobs. Some smaller countries went even further. They sold full citizenship. This meant people could travel easily to many places without a visa. These programs were meant to bring new money and help their economies grow. But over time, big problems appeared in these places. These programs sometimes led to corruption. Rich people could use them to hide money they got illegally. They also caused housing prices to go up too much, making it hard for local people to find homes. There were also serious worries about national security, as some applicants had unclear backgrounds. The European Union saw these growing problems. They started to check these programs very carefully. The EU repeatedly asked member states to make changes or end their golden visa schemes. They were worried about money laundering and other risks. This showed that many countries were now moving away from these ideas. The US, with its gold card, was joining this global trend. But it was following a path that many other countries, especially in Europe, were now leaving. This raised a big question. Why would America choose this direction? At the same time the US program was about to launch, the European Union made a strong announcement. They said they would crack down on all citizenship for sale programs. They even issued a direct warning to the United States. This made America stand alone. It was now heading for a major conflict with its closest international friends. 8. What is America? The gold card's future now hangs in the balance. Many important questions have been raised. The legal battle was fierce. Lawyers argued about President Donald Trump's power versus the power of Congress. Congress usually makes immigration laws. The courts had to decide this big constitutional question. There were also serious security risks. Experts worried that bad money could enter the country through the gold card program. Other nations had problems with similar golden visa programs. They faced corruption and money laundering. These warnings from abroad put pressure on the United States. Many people felt strong moral outrage. They saw a two-tier system forming. The gold card offered a fast way to live in America for $1 million. This meant rich people could buy their path to residency, but millions of others waited years or even decades for their chance. They could not afford such a price, showing a clear divide. This situation brought a central question to the nation. What is America? Is it a prize to be earned through hard work, shared values, and following the rules? Or is it a commodity, something that can be bought and sold to the highest bidder? The gold card proposal forced this difficult choice. The country now faces a clear decision. It must choose between its old, founding ideals of fairness, equal opportunity, and a welcoming spirit, and the promise of easy money from the gold card. This crucial decision will shape America's identity for many years. What do you believe truly defines a person's right to belong in America today?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.